Hey, beautiful souls. Welcome to your weekly energy update. And this week on January 28th, we have Saturn is actually going direct. It was in its retrograde for a while. It was in its post shadow, and now it is fully direct this week toward the end of this week. The overall energy for the week, though, is kind of quiet and easygoing. It's a time to really get caught up on any kind of backlogs or anything that we fell behind in because we were doing so much reflection in our lives. So it's going to be kind of just a cozy, gentle movement towards action that's going on. And as far as like work week and work, it will be a positive week where it's really beneficial towards teamwork, towards negotiations, brainstorming, things like that. Saturn energy, they're the wise old grandpa kind of energy where they do the work. They just really get into reflecting on and challenging our old ways of thinking, helping us kind of transform the way we approach things, expectations, and all our supposed tos and shoulds and need tos and have tos around different areas of our life. We're challenged to work at those and question those and transform them into something that's more fitting for the energy now. Stuff we did before was good for then. It helped us, but now they are outdated. It's time to move into something more in alignment with what we're going through right now. What's great, though, with Saturn is that we have a work that we do that they offer us. Say, if you work on this, they also give us a reward. So for this reading for this week, for each individual zodiac sign, we're just going to be asking, what was it the work that we were given to do? And now what is the coming reward? So as I said, we have a reading for each individual zodiac sign, and we're going to jump into yours right now. All right, Libra, this is your weekly energy update. We're going to start off with a card from the Seeker Oracle, and all the cards I use in a reading, I do list in the description box below, so if any of them catch your fancy and you want them for yourself, you know where you can pick those up. All right, so this first card is going to represent what you learned during this Saturn retrograde and pre and post shadows. So let's take a look here. All right, they do want that one right there. And you've got Heed the Vibes. Beautiful, beautiful card there. So heed those vibes. We'll put that in the middle. And let's see what you learned during this period. Obviously, to heed the vibes, let's get some more details though. And it says, Scorpion here has poor eyesight, but this limitation does not prevent it from attaining what it needs. Scorpion can sense its prey with the small hairs on its claws, and these hairs are so sensitive to vibration that it can locate airborne prey with ease. Wow. The particles that make up all forms of matter are in constant motion. The air around you is never still, and at normal room temperature, oxygen and nitrogen molecules move through the air at speeds of 300 to 400 meters per second. A crystal on your shelf is made up of ordered particles that cannot move past each other but vibrate in place. When you are still, you vibrate. Your body might appear to be motionless, but everything within it is in motion, even your mind. Your physical, mental, and emotional state affect your vibrational frequency. Have you ever walked into a room and felt the ebb and flow of the energy within it? Oh, yeah. Have you ever met someone and felt drawn to them or repelled by them? Many people are sensitive to other people's vibration. Scorpion asks that you hone your senses. Heed the vibes around you. No, don't act on them blindly. Instead, use what you sense as a reason to look deeper, to observe, to ask questions, and then to act. I like it. Yeah, so you definitely, during this Saturn retrograde, we're really looking at trusting your intuition, trusting your gut, trusting, these emotions that were popping up from within, that gut instinct that you had, and not acting on it, but using it, which, of course, you being an air sign, with all that air talk here, it's totally up your alley because you understand the movement of air and the movement of thought, the movement of mind and the vibrations. But this is like you really were opening up to the emotional side where the vibrations come through. So I love this. We're also going to pull here from the wisdom of the Oracle and see what reward has come from that or will be coming very soon for you. So for Libra, okay, there we go. And you have Clean It Up, card number 21. So put that right here, and let's see how this is a reward for you. So the energy of this card is about getting to the core of a situation, freedom from a burden, cleaning house, sweeping away that is no longer needed. The Oracle's message says, ever feel so bogged down with emotional gunk that you can't think straight? Could you be surrounded by physical clutter in your home also? Too much work? Overwhelmed? Time to clean house. Every item out of place natters away at you. Every unresolved resentment, every comparison to others that leads to a sense of lack takes up energetic space. Shut up. Energy, vibe, right? Every unpaid bill just adds up to unnecessary feelings of being overwhelmed. Now's the time to free yourself by energetically cleaning house. Just do it. Make room for the miracles that are lining up for you. Wow. You just can't make that up. This is all about vibration and energy vibration. This is all about cleaning up your energy vibration. So what you learned about recognizing and sensing it and being aware of it, now you're able to put action to it and remove things that have the energy in your life that no longer serve. You're ready to release those. Now, this card, they also have a relationship, an abundance, and like a protection message, which we will look into each. So regarding relationships, it's time to clear the air, take a look at your side of the street and say what's on your mind. Sweep away the old stuff so that a spring breeze can flow through with new energy. It's the perfect time to do an inventory of your dynamics and see what's yours and what's not yours to clean up the relationship. Everyone brings some baggage. Sort through what you brought with you and let go of what is no longer needed. Become unencumbered and your relationship will flourish. Wow, I love it. So definitely, recognizing the energies within the relationship that are yours, and if it's something that you don't feel comfortable with anymore, you realize it's not for you anymore because you're aware of it and you're able to process it, let it go in some way. Now, there's also a prosperity message which says simple things like opening your mail, paying bills, sorting out your timetable, making lists, and getting organized is what this symbol means when it comes to your work. Make time for yourself too. This card is a sign you may be overburdened and overwhelmed, and it's okay to say no. You'll prosper even more if you do. Wow, I love that. The power of no is so powerful. What are we afraid of? Well, are we going to miss an opportunity? Well, what is meant for you will never pass you by, one. Number two, if it is that important, then look at something else that's less important that you can let go, so that you have the energy and the time for it, right? So there's no wrong decision, because you will always come across what is meant for you in this lifetime. It's beautifully designed. Now, the protection message for this card says, is it possible you may be focusing too much on other people right now? trying too hard to be helpful? Does taking on what belongs to others make you feel needed or desired? Perhaps you think it's your calling to relieve people of their burdens, but what is the cost to you and to them? Don't clean up someone else's side of the street. You're not helping by freeing him or her of responsibility. You're also not doing yourself any favors, and you just might be adding an even greater strain. You are loved as you are. You don't need to be needed to be loved. Wow, I love that. That's such a huge thing. We have such a need to be needed that's built into our culture, right? So I love that, just the affirmation. You are loved just because of who you are. You don't have to do things in order to be loved or needed. You are needed just as you are. Right. We're also going to pull from the Light Seers Tarot. And let's see what else they want you to know about this energetic cleanup. I'm loving this. Freedom comes on the other side of this for sure. All right. So what else for our Libra? Okay. They want those two and these two and these two. All right. So we'll start with this one. Yeah. No kidding. King of Wands. Wands is your energy, your drive, your ambition, your passion, but it is the energy card. And the King of Wands shows you stepping into your power and really focusing your energy where you want it. You're taking responsibility for the energy around you. So this is so perfect. Very fiery, energy that you are taking into your own power. And you have the Page of Swords. Page of Swords? Yeah, Page of Swords. And you can see they're walking across the Ace of Swords there. This is new knowledge, new beginnings, new awareness, connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm that are rooted in unconditional love that allows you to cut away these small t truths that are related to the fears of losing conditional love. So these thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve you, this Ace of Swords that they're walking on here allows you to cut those away out of your life because you're seeing the higher truths there. Yeah. And you have the Six of Cups. Cups are your emotions, and the Six of Cups is called like the nostalgia or the memories. And this is about going back and decluttering and getting rid of emotions that no longer serve you. Every moment is a choice between the fears of losing conditional love and unconditional love. In every moment, we're making a choice of what story, one or the other, that we're putting towards things, and the other is the emotion that we're choosing to feel as we go through it. We have that power. That's our free will, power of choice. I know sometimes it doesn't feel like we are, but when you go back and look at your childhood, you realize that you were just poured all these opinions upon you about the supposed to be and should be and need to be and have to be and must be around a situation. This happens, this is how it's supposed to feel. That happens, this is what it's supposed to mean. We're children, we just take it all in because we don't know any better. We're just taking everyone's opinion in, and whatever is the strongest opinion is the one we take on as the opinion for ourselves. Then we make it our habit to feel a way in a certain way and think about a situation a certain way, and then it becomes a reaction where it happens so fast. But we can transform those. We can create new habits around what we want to believe something means or how we feel as we go through something. We don't have to take on all the old blah, blah, blah from before. Well, the Six of Cups shows us that when we go back and look at a memory, it's either going to be of fear or of unconditional love. Probably a lot of fear emotions and fear memories that we have as young children dealing with humans, right? Not a whole lot of unconditional love going on out there. So when we go back and we look at and see that it is an emotion of fear that was around a memory, then we can realize too that when a human goes into fear, it goes out of its mind. It goes out of its human mind, so it's leaving behind compassion and loving acts and intelligence acts, because our brain literally pushes blood out of it to run or to fight. It doesn't want us to think, and so we turn into a little animal like a cat that hisses and attacks, hisses and runs away, or attacks and then runs away. And we realize when we go back and look at a painful event that it was an event of fear, that other person, when their little child self inside them felt unsafe or out of control, it went into freaking out mode, and it was trying to do whatever it felt it needed to do in its cat mind to feel in control and safe again. And maybe we were doing that as well, and maybe other people. So we start looking at the situation differently. We start looking at that other person differently, but we really start looking at ourselves differently too. That transforms this energy from something that we were maintaining, something that meant something negative and fearful about us, to seeing that the power, what did we learn from it? So there is this transformation of energy that comes in. Yeah, and here's the emotional power of choice card. So that is basically what I was talking about, the 6 and the 6 of we get to choose what emotion we want to feel in each moment, and even what we felt in the past. We can begin to look at an old memory differently as well. In another 6 of swords. So definitely moving of old thoughts and old beliefs to new ones, moving from choppy waters to calmer waters, leaving behind the old fearful ways of thinking, the old emotions. And I mean, this is thoughts and beliefs. So it's the, swords are the brain, the mind, the air. So this is the movement away from the old ways of thinking to new ways of thinking. So you got 3 6s there. Yeah, and then you have the temperance. Go figure. Balance, Libra energy. So balancing out the higher and the lower is coming in here too with the temperance. So takes time to transform things, but it's the balancing out. It's the going back and forth, the ebb and the flow between the fearful things and transforming them into unconditional things. Neither is right, neither is wrong. They're both different. The fearful emotions and fearful decisions contract, restrict, make us feel small, and we get to experience all of those delicious, delicious emotions related to fear, betrayal and sadness, and depression and revenge and anger, all those, rooted in fear. Or, unconditional love, it expands, it turns things brighter, it brings gratitude and all those emotions related to unconditional love, peace and bliss and joy and laughter. So beautiful, beautiful balancing coming in here and such power. So I love what you learned and how it's applying it and how you're cleaning house. So I love this for you. And that is what they have for you this week, Libra. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, in addition to these weekly energy updates, I also put out pick-a-card readings, monthly readings for each individual zodiac sign, and a few other types of readings throughout the month. So if you don't want to miss out on any of these and get updated immediately when they become available, if you give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button, and then by clicking the subscribe button, you're given access to the notification bell. And if you go in there, there is an option to select for all. And if you do that, 2 things happen. 1, of course, you're notified immediately when I post new videos. But 2, you're also notified when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. In addition to that as well, you help spread the Zen Love, and you do help the channel grow in significant ways, because when you like or share one of the videos, if you comment on one of my videos, if you subscribe to my channel, doing those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy happy. It wants to automatically share the videos of my channel with other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of that stuff I mentioned, please know I'm very, very grateful. And these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings, and all that information is located in the description box of the video down below. All right, beautiful people, as you go throughout this next week, please know that every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and Father of all things. And of course, I love you too. Have an amazing week. We'll be talking soon. In the meantime, you hang in there and you take care.